The shop where the devastating Glasgow Inferno started was selling vapes illegally, we can reveal. Traders had not listed the premises at 105 Union Street on a mandatory register, which is needed before they can flog nicotine products, including e-cigs. And we can also reveal how police have been unable to trace the shop's owner, identified as Arslan, and speak to him about the major investigation into the blaze. It comes as it also emerged yesterday how the 6,500 vape shops which have sprung up across Scotland are under no legal obligation to have routine fire checks carried out, despite the risk posed by lithium batteries. Firefighters were still damping down the Forsyth House building on Union Street yesterday, which has been completely destroyed, and a huge area of the city is still shut off. Glasgow MSP Paul Sweeney called for reform to the system to remove the duty to register from businesses. He said, "It is shocking if this shop has been allowed to operate illegally. There are serious questions about the suitability to have these types of businesses share space with our landmark buildings." Scottish Conservative MSP for Glasgow, Annie Wells, said, "While the cause of this fire is still being fully investigated, it is understandable that many people are extremely concerned about the location of vape shops given where this fire looks to have started. These shops can pose a real risk to public safety given the products which are sold within them. Trading standards officers are responsible for enforcing registration with lawbreakers facing a criminal conviction, closure and fines up to £20,000. A Scottish Government spokesman said, "All retailers in Scotland selling tobacco or vapes must sign up to the mandatory register. It would be inappropriate to comment further as an investigation is underway." The owner of the shop, who was interviewed by the Scottish Sun on Monday and would only give his name as Arslan, said he had only took it over 2 weeks ago. Police sources said they were trying to trace him to ask about the fire. Latest figures show there are 6,500 vape shops in Scotland, but routine fire checks are not required to be carried out on them. Instead, responsibility for complying with safety regulations lie with shop owners or operators themselves under the Fire Scotland Act 2005. The Scottish Fire and Rescue Service say they only visit stores when risk-based criteria are triggered, such as a complaint about a specific shop or a previous fire incident. It comes amid mounting calls for tougher safety controls for vape shops full of incendiary devices, after a store on Glasgow's Union Street sparked an inferno that ravaged historic buildings and plunged the city into travel and traffic chaos, with trains cancelled and roads closed. A spokesperson for Glasgow City Council said trading standards are only required to monitor the type of vaping products being sold. The spokesperson added, "The single-use vape ban does require vapes to be stored away from the public sales area, but there is no guidance on how vapes should be stored." Nationwide vape retailer VPZ, which has an outlet further down Union Street, said they have asked the fire service for more guidance in the wake of the blaze. Operations Director Jamie Strachan said, "In response, we have proactively contacted the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service to request further guidance and advisory engagement for our teams so we can review our procedures and ensure they reflect current best practice. Across our retail estate, we already operate strict internal protocols